Champions, what the fuck is going on? How good is it? It is Saturday night and we're doing it. We're kicking back with the boys from TAILOR MADER REJECTS. These guys have just dropped the new single, the fresh, oh, I don't know how to describe it. It is just so fresh, but it is just so awesome. Mate, I'm going to get this screen sorted because we had a bit of a muck around. That's why we're starting a bit late. But get ready, boys. Hold on. Not that one. Not that one. Oh god, this is horrible. This isn't going right at all. This is going horrible. There it is. Say hi, boys. Yes. All right. Yes.
Live
say hi.
You know.
Hello, everybody.
TAILOR MADER REJECTS. We got Ryan. We got Alex. We got Zig. Where's Nath? We got everyone. We got the four of them. We got everyone.
That's
How
right.
are you, boys?
That was good.
Very good.
Very good, man.
Super happy because of the single out after having it for a long time.
So bloody long.
There. Yeah.
Mate, it is an absolute cracker. I'll tell you.
Thank you.
It is an absolute cracker. Aaron Tweed already on the chat. Rejects. MCM with little devil.
Very nice.
Mate, we are partying. Rinny, yeah, the boys. That's it. We all
Yeah,
kicking
the
it. We all
boys.
kicking it tonight. Thank you all for joining us, the family. It's going to be awesome. Mate, welcome. What are you all drinking tonight? We said Peronis.
We are. There was a
Yeah.
look. We're drinking
Yeah,
the
Peroni.
Reject beer. They're not sponsored yet, but Peronis. This is what we're drinking tonight.
I'm
No,
drinking
the reject
water,
beer.
but it's fine.
I know everybody said Peronis, but my thick ass didn't get to
Yeah.
the shop, so instead we have 8% wild turkeys. A
Well,
little bit rougher,
Oh,
a
that's
little bit
that's a
rougher,
good-
a
that's a
little
good
more
one.
hardcore.
Rock and roll.
I don't give a
That's a
shit
good
as long
one,
as you're
yeah.
drinking. Just having a good time. That's what it's all about.
Cheers, boy.
you know, there's a story about Peronis. Then Ryan can tell it.
Okay,
Yeah,
what's the story? What's the story?
He really liked it. Go for
Getting into the juice. Okay, this is one of my favorite stories, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try not to answer a bunch of questions you probably have for us on the way. I'll just get to the point. When Alex came in for the very first rehearsal, he was one of the guys that I didn't know, and I had hired him to play for the Rejects, kind of as just a kind of a risk almost, as like I don't really know this guy, but I liked the video he sent. And when he came in, he put an esky on the floor full of Peronis, and he's like, "Let's rock and roll, let's do it." And I just knew straight away he was the one. He's the guy.
Oh, that's such an awesome story, man.
True story. True
It's a
story.
good one.
There's more
It's
to
all
it. But I'm
bearded
sure,
Dan.
I'm
He's
sure we'll
instantly
cover.
the one.
Yeah, I'm
That's
sure
the
we'll
first
cover it
one.
as
That's
we go.
good.
Yeah.
Mate, what's this Smithhouse? How does it feel? How does it feel? How does it feel after the release of the new single?
Oh,
Right.
it's
Pretty fucking
amazing.
good.
You're leaving.
Amazing.
So he's Aaron.
Relaxing.
He's Aaron, the guy who was working with us with the video and all the production. He's amazing.
Mate, it is seriously.
Yeah.
You guys got dropped by name, like straight up. So Zach from Skunkbone dropped
Yeah.
was like, check him out.
We love you,
Check him out,
Zach.
beer buddy. And I checked out a video which we're going to watch later. We're going to watch that before we watch a video clip in case anyone hasn't seen that first video, because that is what fucking blew my mind away. And mate, this single just backed up exactly what I thought. Where did
Thank you,
this...
sir.
I can tell what you guys actually listen to in your spare time. where did the whole concept of sort of going back into this sort of niche market, into this, I guess, borderline glam rock, like, I don't know. It's weird what you've done here. You've really mashed a lot of different styles, and you've really gelled it well. I can hear it, and I'm going to talk about it. You know, as we keep talking, I want to hear about what you guys listen to in your spare time. But how did this sort of come about?
I guess I'll start us off in this one. Yeah, so predominantly we all come from separate kind of musical backgrounds. Myself, I like when you're hearing like the glam influences and you're hearing kind of like the old Motley style crude riffs and stuff like that, that's very much heavily influenced by the things that I listen to. But I also have like a bit of a metalcore background as well, and I sort of like the old thrash metal bands as well. And then we move on to Zig, who and not to speak for you, Zig, but like pop punk and you I guess each one of you go through like the genres that you guys listen to, and then you can sort of amalgamate why the Rejects sound the way they do.
I can go next. So basically, I like Metallica, Megadeth. I'm very influenced by also grunge and Alice in Chains. I like Alice in Chains a lot because it's a mix of grunge and metal. So that is my main influence. I think that it's not that easy to put us in a genre to us, because as Ryan was saying, he likes all the glam thing, but because we down tune in drop C, that helps to be in kind of a middle and be a bit different with the sound.
Yeah. It gives that metal, it gives that glam sound a little bit more of a metalcore sort of feeling.
Yeah.
And that helps the production too. So when I make sort of glammy riffs and we down tune those glammy riffs, we then fit into a very particular niche that sort of is the TailorMade Rejects. That's kind of our formula, is to write these big kind of happy glammy riffs and put them in a really down tune. And yeah, we just found a formula that works for us. But Zig, yeah, you go.
You go.
Yeah. So I, you know, as Ryan said, I'm a huge like pop punk nerd. Like I love my Simple Plan, I love my Green Day. Like it's just kind of like I've got like a American Idiot sign pick thing like right here under my table. Like it's kind of what I grew up listening to. But then now I'm like, because I'm a drummer, I also listen to like anything and everything. It's like yesterday I was just blasting Taylor Swift's Red because it's a good album, like the Taylor's version. So I'll just go from anything, and it's kind of weird. And then like, and it shows in a lot of the writing I do with the drums as well. As I can do really pop punk stuff, but then really like metalcore stuff that I know Ryan needs, or I'll throw in like a Motley Crue style, like Tommy Lee style drum fill just because I can, because I know it works. So I love to just pull in from these different little moments. Yes, I'll listen to like anything. I'll just find joy in something. So, yeah, I'm weird.
Mate, it works. Naif.
Yeah.
I'm interested in what you listen to, bro.
It's a hell of a range. Like, I'm predominantly like a fucking metal kid through and through. Like, gutturals, pig squeals, breakdowns, fuck shit up heavy. Fucking love it.
I could tell.
but I'm an absolute sucker for like very intricate, like symphonic and well-written music as well. Like, I do love some of like music like Shadow of Intent and like Born Ashore that mix stupid heavy with stupidly like symphonic. I think that's just fucking sick. But yeah, I also grew up on like classic rock. Grew up on a lot of shit like the Coyote Ugly soundtrack. So you know, I'll go from like, you know, if you're in a car ride with me, you'll hear the Mulan soundtrack. You'll hear some motherfucking Shania Twain.
It's true.
It's fucking death metal.
True.
That's what man. See, I'll stand by this, and I think I've nearly said it every stream, because metalheads are just the most versatile listeners of music, appreciators of music, and I love it. And you can hear, and I took one look at yous, and I'm like, oh, this is mad. These guys are just. You can just tell this is a couple of bands that they all sort of listen to together, but then outside of that, it's probably a really, really broad range of what you guys listen to, and it's really, really good. It stands out. It stands out in the single. What?
Yeah, we really did just confirm that too, with all of us saying what we listened to. So yeah, you had that spot on.
Mate,
Like, you know, I know I can speak for three of us being absolute sucker Fall Out Boy fans, you know, myself,
Yeah.
Ryan, and Zig.
just
Like,
Yeah,
quite
big
I
five.
love Fall Out
you know,
Boy.
at least we,
Yeah.
you know, we meet in the middle there, and then, you know, can be a whole lot of everything else.
Wow, I can't believe that's
we've
that's
all
what you
got our
guys made
80s
it the middle
jams.
with. Oh, that's nuts.
So really, like to answer your question, like about kind of like what our biggest influencer is. I think you hit the nail on the head. I think we all have like a broad range of things we listen to, but we sort of hone it down to the things we really favor, and then sort of gel that together for the sound that makes Taylor Made Rejects. So that's what we do. That's kind of our formula.
Oh, I like it. I like it, man. This chat is going really good. Mate, look at Zig
Fuck yeah.
with all the gear around him. Love it.
Yeah.
And that's from Rinny. Aaron Tweed, December 2nd, turn up to 11 cause... Oh, turn it up to 11 because I want to hear that shit ringing in my ears before the second back shot. Okay, mate. We're gonna be listening. It's gonna be playing on repeat in the background the whole time. So don't worry, and we're gonna be watching the video. So don't worry. We're gonna be having a couple of drinks at a good night and a good chat. What else we got?
And I mean,
Oh,
the people that are watching, like, this is really for us. This is like we haven't been able to get together due to some of us being a little bit ill, COVID schedules. So this is really our celebration as a team. Like, we wanted to come together on this chat tonight as a celebration. We haven't actually got together since the release. So cheers, boys. I'm really
Cheers.
fucking proud of you guys.
cheers,
I'm really
guys.
proud
I'm
of you.
so happy to be a part of it. Cheers, cheers.
This is a big moment for us. This is 2 years in the making. We've been working our fucking tails off, man. We have been working our asses off behind the scenes. We've worked with amazing people like Chris Ross from Palpitation Studios, and Aaron. I'm gonna get his company up. What is Aaron's company called?
Smeteus Media, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's his handle, I believe. Smeteus
Yep.
Media.
And we're pretty open with all that sort of stuff. So if anyone wants to, anyone wants those contacts to get onto those people, to do business with those people, feel free to hit any of us up, and we're happy to pass those contacts on.
That's
100%.
fantastic, mate. That's so good. That's so good of you, Zay. That's awesome. MC. When can we get some merch? Have you guys got a website or anything up ready to go? Have you got the merch ready to go? Because I can see
Not
Zig
yet.
has a lot of gear in the background, like someone said, like Rinny said, someone said before. I think it was Rinny. Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
all the gear. He has all the
He's made
merch.
his own merch.
Kaz, how are ya? Kaz from MMK, how are ya? She's jumped in for the night too.
What's up?
How are ya?
Hey.
Hey, Karen.
Oh,
I guess
Right, mate.
to touch on your merch question, we have been discussing what we're going to do for merch. It's kind of because we are coming in kind of from a strange sort of angle, a strange genre in the Brisbane scene. We're also trying to approach our merch and the way we sell things a little differently too. So the reason that we're taking our time with that is because we do have a plan for something kind of special. So we'll just get everybody to sort of like have the single, like we're one step at a time, and then we'll have merch out really soon, which I'm sure is going to go well. So really appreciate all the support, guys. And merch question is a common one. We are definitely aware of it, and we're definitely working on that for sure.
mate, fantastic. This chat's going bonkers, boys. Seriously, everyone is just like out for the party tonight. It's really good. You guys should be very, very,
Cheers,
very
everybody.
proud of okay. So, like I said, Zachy boy, and the boys from Skunk Bone dropped your name, and check it out. I saw the video. We'll go and bang, I was hooked. I'm like, I've got to find out this Ryan guy, because the video, I'll describe it to you. Was it filmed with a phone? What was it filmed with?
GoPro.
A GoPro. Okay, so it's filmed with a
Alex
GoPro.
Mantle.
It was a film with a GoPro, and it should not sound that good. But it does.
Alex,
And this is what I
Alex,
did
what-
get. Like, and that's
Alex,
well
what is it-
offended.
what is the
I'm
video?
not taking the piss or like having a stab at it or anything. Like it's
No.
compliment. It's a compliment by every means. Like,
What is the video?
Thank you.
oh, we're gonna watch it. So it's one.
I
It's
think
the
I think it's the one of a kind one.
yes, it is one of
Oh,
a kind.
okay.
And that's what
one.
got me hooked. That's what got me hooked. As soon as I saw that video,
Yeah.
I think I was. What Ryan sent it to me after he got in touch. Because I'm so happy that you got in touch. Because as soon as you got in touch, I'm just like, oh yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
And it's worked out
Well,
so well.
Alex, do you want to sort of just talk to everybody about kind of like the pre-show thing that you do about setting up the GoPro and kind of how you go about
Oh,
that?
Do you
well,
guys film every set?
We do
Every
every
set.
set.
Pretty much, yeah.
every
pretty
set.
much.
It's like having a dash cam, you know. I really like capturing just for us to then watch and see the performance and see everything that's happening, and always looking to improve the set and see those things. That one is recorded only with a GoPro, but now we are setting up a proper shotgun microphone and everything to capture, and probably in the future release a live.
Yeah.
Mate, just go out and get
All
the
them.
Kmart ones and just strap them to the end of your guitars. That's what we did when I was playing in the band. You strap them all to the end of your guitars and the end of your gear, and you just.
Love that.
Why not?
Just
Even at the end of my
shit out
drum
of
set,
it.
to figure it out.
And I love those
Yeah.
views, those down the neck guitar views when you're getting the nice bends in there and
Oh,
the
yeah,
solos
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh,
It'll look
that's cool.
unreal. It'll look
Oh,
especially with
and the way we
the
interact.
solos.
Yeah.
I-
Just
I
for
think
you, I'll
just
try
with the
and
way we
work one in
interact
the
on-
next video.
Yeah, it'll look fantastic. It will. Mate, Aaron's tweezed Ryan. Your shout next gig, Aaron said.
You got it, brother.
We had our fair. Oh, did you have a big one last show?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
last show was kind of big one. That was the Skunkbone album launch show. We opened for Skunkbone, and that went really well.
Mate,
Oh yeah, that was a fantastic night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really good.
Played
Yeah.
It played so good.
those guys are next level.
Yeah, and
That's a
here's
good
one.
I mean, I know we're supposed to be talking a bit about ourselves, but I just want to quickly give that band a shout out. I've played, all of us, and we're probably going to get into it a bit later, but all of us have played in bands for like decades, right? And I've played with thousands and thousands of bands, and not once have I stood in front of a band and been as kind of like in awe of other musicians as like on the same level as us as I was with Skunkbone. There was something special about their live set when I saw them for the first time, and it really took me on the back foot. I was like, wow, this is a band that really kind of like sings from the heart. They write things from the heart. They care about the things that they're doing. And a massive respect to Corey, Dan, and Zach. They're all amazing guys. So for them to shout us out, I'm just returning that favor, you guys. Skunkbone just released the album, so guys, go listen to that. But make sure you listen to the Rejects first, all right?
Yeah.
Well, mate, I'll tell you, the one song you've brought out is an absolute cracker. Like Fading Colour.
Appreciate that.
It is a, I don't know. If everyone that's sitting here in the chat, you can hear it in the background. It's epic. It's an absolute cracker of a song. I don't know. These guys. So, the reason why I was really interested in you guys is because something weird happened. I had this weird. Sorry, I better read this chat. People might get upset. Aaron
That's right. I want to get into the story though.
$2,000 camera, GoPro.
Love it.
Oh, so don't buy expensive cameras for filming. Oh, come on, expensive cameras are fun, but. Michelle Oddmark, congrats guys. Love the new song. Can't wait to see you guys live. Lots of
Thanks,
love.
Shelley.
Drum cams. Aaron Tweed said drum cams. We love drum cams. I love drum cams.
Man.
Ooh,
Put them right near the China. You have a China.
we actually did that for the Skunkbone.
I'm kind of getting the idea that you've been in bands before yourself.
Oh man, I have some credentials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I played in a band called Exist Within.
Okay.
For a while. If you guys want to check it out in your free time, it was good. I sang in that.
I will.
So
Right
I'll take that. That's why when I heard like Ryan was like what sold me. Sorry guys, like you guys are like the whole thing's awesome, but Ryan was just like because I was a singer.
His
Ryan was just
fucking
like,
voice.
oh my god, like this guy's just because you're on another level.
I appreciate that.
You
man.
you are like, And
That's
what-
27 years of trauma. That's what that is.
well, mate, whatever you want to call it, it's
It works.
oh fuck.
Yeah, it does.
Fucking does.
I appreciate that a lot, man. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I work hard on that. So,
Well, just to maintain that
Appreciate
level, because we're going to watch that video in a second, just so people understand, like, really what I was talking about. If they haven't seen it already, they're going to see it tonight. But you guys know Sienna from Crave. See, I actually dropped your guys' name in that podcast. Like, I had them on the other week after their EP relaunch into their run of shows. And Sienna, I rate her as a very good singer. She's a very good singer.
Fantastic.
It is. Yeah.
And she actually mentioned you too, Ryan. And I was just like, okay, because I knew straight away. And she's just like, man, you have, yeah, I have this weird sense of deja vu with you guys. And this is what I was talking about. No. I'm being dead serious. And people are going to think like I'm talking through my ass and I'm pissed. And yes, I am.
That doesn't finish nothing.
But that's neither here nor there. What spun me out is that I'm like, okay, I saw the name come up, Tailor Made Rejects. I'm like, aren't these guys like a famous band already?
Don't we wish?
And I'm like, hold on, Tailor Made, but the name just rolls so well. It just, yeah, I don't know. How'd you come up with the name? Yeah.
So
Whoa,
this is a good question.
Excuse me.
So originally, I guess, again, I want to avoid answering too many questions in one answer, but I guess I got to sort of talk about like the fundamentals and the foundation of what the Rejects are. As we were kind of forming, I had sort of a serious breakup with my previous band, and it was kind of like a 2-year thing where I sort of went into a writing process. I was all about just doing the Ryan Valley Project. I just wanted to be the Ryan Valley Project. I had a bunch of songs. I was like, let's do it, Ryan Valley Project. I'm going to get people I trust. I'm going to get friends. I'm not going to worry about this, that, and the other. I'm just going to get a bunch of mates and do it. So Zig was the first guy that I contacted. He had come to a lot of my previous band shows. He'd always been a supporter, and he was always the first guy at the end of the set. Can I help you? Like, is there anything I can do for you? Like, if you ever need someone to play on a song or you ever got a project, please hit me up. Like, I want to be a part of that. So Zig was on my mind. And for all those people that go out and see their favorite bands or favorite local bands, and they do just want to be a part of that, it doesn't ever hurt to go up to those bands and tell them how much you admire them or how much you want to work with them one day, because you never know when one of them might actually need someone like you. So Zig was out for me. I had got Zig on board, and that was number one. So I was like, I got the first reject, I got him. And then so Nathan was the second one. So Nathan and I had been friends for about, let's say, roughly 12 years. And we go way back. And I just wanted someone I could trust. And Nathan and I had been in projects before. So I really wanted to really nail someone down that was talented and also a good mate. And Nathan just fit that category perfectly. And when he jumped on straight away, I was like, perfect. At this time, it was still very much the Ryan Valley Project. And I made that clear to everyone that, like, I wanted this to just be my thing. I wanted to be the star. That's it, basically. And then I was like, well, I want to work with now as a lead guitarist, as the last member that I want to get in this. I want to have someone I've never worked with before. I've worked with hundreds of people. I've played with thousands of bands. I want somebody who I've never heard of before. I just want to bring someone else to the spotlight for a moment. And so I put my feelers out on the Brisbane Music Scene Facebook page. And I got about 40 videos back, like roughly 40 videos back. And it was all these like really young kids. They were shredding. They were beautiful, like amazing guitarists. Some were just doing crazy stuff. I had some in my save pile. And then lo and behold, Alex comes up. And it was this weird video where he's sitting in his, I love this story. He was sitting in his room. He had his hat down and he was playing his Les Paul and he was playing this little bluesy riff. And it wasn't this like crazy riff. He was just jamming. He was just feeling himself. And I was like, that's my guy. I don't know what it is about this guy, but I'm connecting with him. And so I hit him up, and we kind of lightly spoke about it. I'd sent a demo out to the guys. I said, hey, let's practice this, and then we'll get together, we'll jam the song, get to meet each other. And then, yeah, we all got to the jam room. Zig was there, Nate was there, I was there, Alex was the last one to arrive, and Alex walks through the door with a esky of Peronis, the guy that, you know, that nobody knows yet. He's just making a name for himself. He walks into the room, he puts the esky down, and he's like, let's rock and roll, let's do it. And no word of a lie, this is the part of the story I usually don't tell, but no word of a lie, when we first jammed, when we first put the instruments on and we jammed, we played one of our other songs, Goes to Paradise, perfectly all the way through the very first time we jammed, because we'd all practiced the demo. There was no like awkwardness. We just clicked, we just meshed. And then after the jam, after we'd sort of met, we were like, this is not the Ryan Valley project. This is not about me. Like, I can feel in the room that all the hearts are connecting, all the souls are connecting here. This needs to be something else. So because I'd been kicked out of a band that I was running with for 2 years, Nathan had trouble with his previous band that he got quite big with, if anyone knows Levidius. Zig also went missing for 2 years. So and Alex
Not
hadn't
like
done a
this in
serious
person or
project.
anything.
Yeah.
Was it like some
And
mad
Alex
like,
hadn't.
peyote journey?
Yeah.
Oh no, I wish. A journey to Woolworths.
Okay.
Oh.
Lasted 2 years. He went out for cigarettes and never came back.
Well, I'll wave those Pop-Tarts in your face. When Papa comes back, I'll wave those Pop-Tarts in your face.
That's right. And Alex was, he hadn't done a serious project in a long time. So to me, I was like, we're kind of like music industry rejects. And I was like, but I take myself a little bit more serious than being a reject. And it kind of hit me. It was like tailor-made cigarette, and then there's Rollies. And it's like tailor-made cigarettes feel a bit more classy. So we're tailor-made rejects. Like we're tailor-made to be rejected. We're these amazing musicians that always seem to get shut down. And that's where the name came from. And it was immediately just clicked with all of us. I'm like, that's the name of the band, for sure.
Was that something hard to let go of, Ryan? Like, obviously walking into it as this whole like the Ryan Valley project. Was that sort of? Doesn't sound like it was very hard to obviously let go of, but yeah, like, what did it? At any point did you think maybe not? But yeah, it's obviously worked.
That's a fantastic question, man. That's actually one I've not ever been asked before. So originally, yeah, because ultimately the whole idea with the Ryan Valley project, even though it sounds kind of egotistical, it was very much like I was truly heartbroken after my last band broke up. Like we weren't the greatest of friends, but I really believed in that last band, and like we were making huge waves in the Brisbane music scene. We had a lot of friends, we were doing things, and we just couldn't nail down the friendship. The four of us could not come together as friends and work it out. We always just butt heads on everything. And so it was a serious breakup, and we had management involved. We were financially involved, and it was just a massive thing. So I said, from now on, I'm not doing a project with a bunch of people. It's going to be me. I'm the boss. I'm in charge. I just want to write music and not care about the logistics of things. So letting go of that kind of fear of reverting back to something that was not entirely just me in control was definitely a difficult thing. But I don't trust anybody in this world more than I trust these three guys. These three guys are absolute family to me. They are blood to me. And giving up that thing for these three, are they probably the only people I would have done that for.
That's awesome.
So,
that obviously says a lot for the character of the three blokes that back you up, and that's family.
Yeah. Amazing guys.
That's like Fast and Furious, like that's family.
Yeah.
Family.
That's beautiful, man. That's really good.
Anybody gets a chance to interact with any of them will know that they are just incredible people, all incredible musicians and all incredible people. So yeah, no, fantastic question. I'm glad you asked that.
Well, on that point, how did that make the other three of you feel? Like with obviously Ryan having that prerequisite of, no, this is my project, this is it, like we're doing it like this. And then to actually let go of that and give you that, give you that, gift or that trust, the gift of trust.
To be honest, I didn't know that when I joined. Yeah. For me, it was more like just four of us, like a normal band. But a funny thing to add to the whole story that Ryan was telling is that he didn't know that I was chasing him.
So this is only something I found out recently myself.
Let me tell you, because by that time that I met him, I had been writing a lot of songs. I even released a couple of songs because it's just write and I did everything myself, like, all instruments, singing, everything. And I said, okay, I need a singer. I need someone without an accent. I need someone that can really sing and make this real, all my songs. And I started to look for singers. It was so difficult. And I saw his band before they break up. And I said, okay, that is a really good singer. And I started to follow the band and I saw his post looking for musicians. And then after saying that, I found that the band had broke up. And I said, that's the guy. And I sent straight away a video. But I had been chasing him for probably 1 year.
Mate,
That's amazing.
That's unreal. And besides,
I'm not joking. It's unreal.
Are you Italian?
No, I'm Argentinian, but with
Okay.
Italian background. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Italian.
I'm
Well,
Italian
mate, you
myself.
bring a case of Peronis. You can play in my band anytime you want. So
That's true. That's true. I said I will convince these guys with some Peronis, and that's it. I get them drunk and say yes.
it's you take advantage of
Honestly,
it.
love it.
Honestly, and I think honestly those beers that you brought on that first night, as silly as it sounds, as small as it sounds, I don't believe in coincidences. I feel like it loosened us all up and it just made us like fully really immerse ourselves in what we were playing and what we were doing. So your actions that night really, I feel like, had spiraled into the great friendship that the four of us have now. You know, so cheers to you, Alex.
Man, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love hearing stories
It was a
like
really-
that. Seriously.
Yeah, it was really good.
All right, we're gonna read some more
It's
chat.
crazy,
We're
like-
gonna keep the chat happy because if they're right, and we got to read it.
Yeah, what we got?
MC, you all have amazing stage presence, amazing live. I hope there's a plan for Sydney when it eventually all sort of balances out and goes back to normal. Because I'll be.
100%.
It'll be amazing. Yeah,
100%
we cannot wait.
And let's see. Oh, MMK. Ooh, jeez. I first caught Ryan in 2014 and again last Sunday, and he's still a great frontman and rocks. Yes, that I could not.
Yeah.
I could
Thank
not
you.
agree more. And yeah, MMK said the same thing. Great stage presence, and the TMR rocked King's Lear. Man, that venue keeps on coming up. Seems like they're very supportive of the industry, which is
Yeah,
good.
here's my
Very
gripe. Here's
active.
my gripe. I have a bit of a gripe with King Lear's and I have a bit of a gripe with another venue called Vinny's. But like, not to burn bridges or anything. I think these venues are great. Just as a prerequisite, I think the venues are great. I think we're kind of the problem a little bit. We have a kind of a big sound, and putting us in a room with a little bit of space is the best way to experience the rejects. Now, King Lear's, although it's a great room, it's a great place to play, it's a bit cramped in some areas, and especially where the stage is, and me being a big guy, it's just kind of like it's a bit of a cramped stage, so the sound can be overbearing sometimes. However, the show we did on Sunday with Skunkbone, amazing. I had a great time at that show, so it kind of renewed my love for that venue.
Oh, that's good. It's good. It
So
only
fun.
takes one show. It only takes one show, and you
Yeah.
fall in love with it again.
Yeah.
And you're right, Kaz. I did say that. I thought they were, because Kaz did mention you guys too, and I said, aren't they? Well, like, why? Aren't they? How'd you get them on your bill? Like, aren't they already like a thing? I swear. This is why I said I got deja vu with you guys, because yeah, you watch. Just don't forget your mate B, buddy. When you.
No, of course.
Oh,
and just as on that topic as well, like, our whole goal was to start building relationships with other creators as well. So like, as you grow, as we grow, we can do this many times.
Oh,
you know?
mate,
So
we're having
that's
you on
kind of the
again.
idea.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Well, just from that question, Zig, what about you? How did that sort of feel when when Ryan said, "No, all right, that's it. It's all of our babies now. I'm not."
Honestly, it was good because it was like seeing your friend who, like, at the time I knew he was kind of hurting, and his whole point of having the Ryan Valley project was like, this is something I can't run away from. Like this is my thing. This is it. I'm never gonna leave it. And then when it became a band, it became like I saw him just kind of change. It kind of it's like he's better. Like he's not hurting from before. He's moved on, and he's good to kind of be himself again. And then when we started talking about becoming TAILOR Made Rejects and not the Brian Valley Project, I'm like, I'm loving this. Like this is great, because it's just seeing my friend just like not feel like crap from the last band and being able to move on.
It's good.
I was all for it, and like when he hit me up, and I'm still with this band now, like the Stone Fox. For me, it was like, well, I'm already busy with another band, but I'm gonna do this because I'm your friend. So I'm like, oh, if it's just like it feels like a session kind of work, or just tell me what to do, and I'll just come out, perform 100% every time. It'll be fun. And then when I saw that we were actually becoming an actual band, it's like this is good. From friend to friend, this was great to see, and then muso to muso, I'm like, I'm now in two awesome bands, and they're two very different styles, and it's two very different kind of creative ways of thinking, and I love it. I love balancing both of them. But yeah, it was nice. It was really nice to see, really.
That's good. What about
Cheers,
kind of what it was. Yeah.
What about you?
That was
Nate?
super lovely, man.
Yeah.
Because Ryan was saying you were on the same sort of level, like, nah, this is mine. How did it make you feel once you sort of let go of that thing? Can you hear me?
Throwing that at you, Nate.
Yeah, Nate.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all you, bud.
No, sorry, I missed that bit. It's very lagged out a little bit there on my end, so it's a pretty average connection.
So, that's all right. No, how did it make you feel when Ryan sort of let go of that whole thing?
When, I guess coming into it, knowing that it was like a project for him, and of knowing him for so long, and being a fan of his writing style and his musicianship for so long, I was honestly just ready to not do music again after my last band. But when he asked me, jumped straight on it, happy to know that it was just a way for him to express himself and me to be a part of that, because I've always found the music that he's written, that I've been a part of, or that he's just done outside of what we have, has always made me feel something, and I was just ecstatic to be a part of that. But when he opened the door from just Ryan Valley Project's TAILOR Made Rejects, I feel like that was just for him a very big way to say, like, I'm over that, and touch on what Zach said, like, it was him opening that door and healing and letting in this family.
That's good.
And giving us all creative freedom together, instead of just adding our own little flavor, and giving us a chance to make something fucking beautiful together for us all to heal, and for us all to make other people feel as well.
That's so good.
I fucking love you guys.
That's
I love
so
you guys
good.
so much.
That's so good, man. Like, it's so good to see. It's so refreshing to see that it's coming from I guess it's coming from a place of love, and yeah, it's nothing. There's nothing more pure than that.
Yeah.
Ryan, back to you. Was it, I guess, therapeutic in a sense that once you sort of hit that stage of letting go? How am I going to ask this properly without sounding weird? Working with these guys leading up into the point of where you let go, was it kind of like a therapy? Was it therapeutic? Was it a therapeutic working session that went through that to get to that stage?
I know what you're saying. I think I know what you're asking, and I'll try to answer the question the best way I can. I very much let's look at the principle of like a relationship for a moment, and let's look at two people that are in love, and they fall in love, and they're in love for years, and they truly do love each other, but they just can't work it out. You know, when you leave that person, you very much have that prerequisite that almost every relationship you're going to be in, although it's going to be different because of the people, the principles are going to be the same. It's two people in love trying to work it out. And it was the same thing when I lost my last band. It was just a bunch of dudes that loved what we were doing but couldn't work it out. And I was like, I want to avoid that completely. I want to avoid any sort of option for anybody to sort of have it over me. I want to be kind of in control this time. But immediately for me, I was like, this is not the same. It was like finding my soulmate. It was like going through shitty relationships and then finding my soulmate. I'm like, wow, this is not what I expected a band to be. This is not what I was expecting. These guys actually love the music that we're making. They love me and I love them. And we love this project that we're all a part of. And So to answer your question, I think it was a hugely therapeutic thing, and I've meditated on it many times. Like, am I just sort of in the honeymoon phase with these guys, or are they really just amazing people? And time has shown that in the 2 years that we've been behind the scenes and now public, they're still the amazing people I met like 2 years ago. They're still the incredible people I met 12 years ago, and however many years, 6 or 7 years ago for Zig. You know, like, they're still the amazing people I know, and it was really like bringing these people together, formulating this soulmate bond with them. It was like, done. I don't need the Rhine Valley project anymore. It was easy. I wiped my hands with it, and I was like, I'll save that maybe for a side project one day. What was originally my idea to be the star is now a side project. Is now something I'll do as something when we're in the off season.
The stuff that you're all going to be fucking stars, man, at this rate. But just
cheers to that.
So 2 years you guys have sort of been working at this. I'm gonna try. Well, I'm gonna sort of see if we can find that video. Beautiful.
So you want to go to www.pornhub.com?
No, we can't do that.
Oh, no, not that video. Not that video. That's
not that video.
Don't want to end up like that. That dude
come
that
later
got
in the
caught
Not yet.
fapping
Not
while on
yet.
stream.
Not yet.
Not that famous yet.
Alex has plans in the works for us to make Pornhub videos. See, Alex takes care of all our admin. He's kind of like the guy that runs the front desk, but also the back of house as well. Okay. And like he just takes care of everything. So the thing I love about the Rejects is that like I really in this band get to just write and have complete freedom over like everything that I get to work on is complete freedom. And Alex really does. And props to you, Alex. Again, I'll say it in every interview. I'll say it every time I see you. Like, thank you for how hard you work in this band, man. Congratulations on all the hard work that you've done.
Thank you.
Love me some red. Love me a glass of red. What do you got there?
You got some wine.
Yeah.
What have you got?
Oh, this one is a Malbec. Argentina Malbec.
Oh, there you go.
I got it there. Yeah. It was a gift from a friend.
Oh, love me a nice South Australian Shiraz.
Love it.
Really good. Really good.
Yeah.
If I could ever get my hands on an Argentinian Malbec, I would definitely take it. Oof.
Yeah, of course.
Beer Buddy's not shy of a couple of fermented grapes. I'm gonna read a couple more because, mate, the chat's going off. People are really, really responding well. Like, how have you guys found it so far? Just before you answer that, let's see, where was I?
Ryan, how many messages did you get yesterday?
MCM says it was great Sunday. Want to see they want to see your headline. MCMC wants to see your headline. Emma MK said it was a great story on your name. It was fantastic story. And Rini, Alex, it's so awesome. And that's from Rini. But yeah, I want to show the video.
What were you saying?
Sorry,
what were you saying, Zig?
Yeah, just saying, like, the amount of messages we just got from yesterday when the single dropped was insane. Like, how many do you have, Brian? You had like 30-something messages just in your
So
Facebook.
I woke up in the morning because we released it around midnight, 11 o'clock the night before, and I woke up in the morning to about 30 inboxes. And it's not uncommon for me to have like a numerous amount of inboxes, but this was a stupid amount of like love and just like affection from these people, that some people that I'm good friends with, some people I don't even know. So if any of you are watching, and even if you're not watching, just in spirit, thank you guys so much for just giving us those 3 minutes of your time. It means the world to us. We worked 2 years on this shit, if not longer, you know, so you giving us those 3 minutes makes everything worthwhile. And as cliche as that sounds, man, cliches are cliches for a reason, and we mean that shit, you know. So
that's perfect. I love it. You can see, or you can hear it. Everything that you guys are doing comes from a place of love and trust, and I want to get somewhere. And
that's right,
mate. With what you guys have actually, if this is what you guys have dropped straight off the bat, and you guys have been going for, you reckon you have been busting ass for 2 years? Don't feed the chickens too long. I want more. The people want more. Don't leave us hanging too long, man, because we're gonna show this video. We're gonna show this video. Oh no, go Ryan.
No, that's okay. I was just gonna say on that topic, for the beautiful people watching, we are currently working on our second music video. The concept of the music video is done. We're now in talks with the person that took care of Fading Colors, Aaron. We're going to talk about doing kind of a narrative video. We won't go too much into it, but the second song is done, and we will. It's unofficial at the moment, but we've been talking about April next year will be when the full EP is out, the full 5 songs, and by then we'll already be in the studio recording the very next thing, like the next EP or next album. So prepare for loads of Tailor Made Rejects content from now until April, and prepare for April to roughly be the time that we release that EP. And the good thing about our EP is that Fading Colors really represents us and what we do in kind of like a radio setting, but every song is kind of like, and you'll hear this when you get to it, every song on the EP really represents the different paths that you're going to hear Tailor Made Rejects go down, if not more. So we're very excited for everybody to hear it. The genres, we interchange genres on this album. I can't wait. I can't wait to show you.
Neither can I. That's because that's the first thing I noticed with you. You guys have so much room and depth that you guys can move in. And we'll talk about that after I show these videos. And I'm going to have to go grab more beers because I didn't grab enough. I'm a shitbag. But look, I got to get this video up because it just, it's unbelievable what you guys actually managed to do with this GoPro. I will be back in 2 seconds, but everyone just needs to listen to this.
On that note, I'm gonna grab my beer as well.
You do your thing. Keep the people entertained, right? I think the video. Let me quickly check that live stream.
Okay. So, look, it's the video of you guys. Yeah. For anyone watching this, his voice. It's what sold me straight away. And I can understand why Alex was chasing you, Ryan. Because if this is what you actually produce, you want, like I said, you want to. I ain't even in your fucking league, champ. Like I say I was a singer. I ain't even in your fucking league, mate.
Look,
I'll be the first one to admit that.
I'll approach that the same way I approached each of the rejects. I think all of us, including you, man. I think we all bring something uniquely special to the creative things that we do, and I think that my thing just so happens to be that I sing really loud, and that captures the ears of people. But that does not mean in any way that devalues how hard you work on this podcast, or how hard Zig hits those drums, or how hard Alex rips into those leads, or how hard Nathan hits that bass. You know.
No, I'm talking about when I was singing in my band, like in the band I was in. I'm talking like as a singer, you wanna fuck another level. Like we just got to I can't. It's the power, the absolute power that you produce to maintain. I don't know if, like, you know, for people that muck around and sing, but to actually maintain that sort of power for that amount of time, stay in tune, hit your notes, and do all that stuff. It ain't no. Everyone can do it, and then to play guitar at the same time. I appreciate that, man. The quality on this video is fantastic. I'm spun out just a GoPro.
Yeah.
Like just a GoPro.
Yeah.
No, we've definitely been making waves, and it was Alex from gig one. It was very much from jam one that I knew Alex was such a good fit from us, but from gig one, I also knew that Alex was just such a soldier for this band, because the first thing he did was bring a GoPro, and the whole pitch he gave us was exactly what he said before. He said we got to watch every set, We're going to film every set. So we actually have footage of every set we've ever played. We also have tons and tons of behind the scenes footage of the Rejects sort of, accumulating this time together and building this friendship together. We've got loads of content. So eventually our idea is to eventually release a DVD of all of us hanging out and playing these shows. And hopefully the idea is that we want to get from where we are now to playing the big stage. We're playing in front of thousands of people, and we want that to kind of be the ribbon on top of that DVD. And if not, we're still probably going to release the footage anyway, because it's important to show that although bands might not make it, growth is important as individuals, and we've grown a lot in the last 2 years as a team.
Well, you'll be disappointing me if you don't release any more. I think you'll be disappointing a lot of fucking people out there.
Oh yeah, no, one single. That's it. We're calling it quits. Sorry, babes.
No,
yeah.
not allowed.
We're done. This is actually our announcement.
That's all
Just down, yeah. This
Not
is
allowed.
the
You have to stay forever, and never.
Stay forever.
And
We're
never,
definitely
mate,
gonna try.
I'm telling
No, we've
you, this song, just this one here, your solos, Alex, are just, and
Oh, thank you.
he plays bass with his fingers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He plays bass
Yes.
with his fingers. Yes. I love it. And your drumming's tight, Zig. Like, just a solid drummer. And I've always said this, a solid drummer that can perform every time and isn't an absolute fucking mess is like rocking horse shit.
Yeah. And if I can just quickly shout out Zig for a moment. Like Nathan does get props for his finger bass, and Alex definitely gets props for his guitar playing, and I get props for my vocals. But if there's something I can really point out in the Zig's drum playing, is that I've listened to our EP hundreds of times, and even now when I go on these big walks and I listen to it, I still hear drum patterns and things that he does, these little intricacies that he has in these moments that just like blow my effing mind, dude. So if you listen, for example, in our single, if you listen to the second half of the chorus, he does this weird snare pattern that's so incredible and it's so tasty, and you miss it. You really do miss it because it just sounds perfect with the mix. But what he's doing with the snare is incredible. It's really incredible.
Well,
Yeah.
in saying
You know-
that, I actually, sorry to interrupt, but I actually listened to this. I only could listen to it on my phone at the time, but I actually got to get home and chuck it on I got the JBLs here. And wow. Like, I understand what you're saying when you guys say you have a big sound. There's a lot of, because there's so much depth. There's a lot of, I like to say girth. There's a lot of girth in your sound.
Yeah. That's from me.
Oh, this chat's going ballistic, boys. This chat's going ballistic. Far out.
Wow.
There you go. Can't wait to hear your EP story. MCMC. April can't come soon enough. No, it can't. It can't.
It's going to be amazing. So the songs are recorded. We are sitting on them like chicken eggs at the moment, and the reason for that is because we really want to build as many friendships as we can. We really want to bring as many people on this journey with us, and really unveil the entire album to people, like an audience. Basically, that's what we're trying to do. With all transparency, we're just trying to release this to an audience because we really believe in it. We've worked super hard on it, and for now, we're just gonna build as many friendships as we can before April. And that's why when Skunkburn did your show, immediately I was like, this is someone I want to talk with. This is somebody who can be on our level. You're now an official honorary reject. Welcome to the club.
Oh, thank you, mate. I'll take that.
This club's going to get massive.
Welcome to the Beer Buddy family. You're a part of the Beer Buddy family now too. I love it. Everyone's let's join the families like that. What's that? Game of Thrones. Yeah. I love that shit.
We're going to be that kind of family, eh?
Nathan, we're not going to fuck
pretty
each
cute,
other. It's not gonna happen.
Pretty cute, man. Oh, mate. Rennie says there is no way to describe your voice. Pure bliss. It's very true. It's very true. So all of you guys have obviously. So all you guys said you have been around the traps a bit. As far as your music careers have gone rather extensive in the local scene.
Yeah.
Just a touch.
Yeah.
There'd be times where individually, like, we'd go to like Rick's or something, like one of the local Brisbane bars, and we'd all get stopped and or at least I used to when I like way back when before I disappeared for like 2 years. I couldn't go on to Rick's. I couldn't go into certain bars because I'd always get stopped and billed by like local bands. Like, you want to hear my stuff? I'm like, no, I really don't. I want to have a beer. But like, but I'll indulge you for a quick second.
Oh, that's so
Weird.
good.
That's
I
a
love
really
that.
weird.
I love that
So
because I know that
good.
pain. I know that
Yeah.
pain.
Oh, please just
And
listen.
even now, like after our shows, it's like we move two seconds and someone wants to talk to us. Like it's like, I just want to move my cymbals off the stage, guys.
Yeah.
Like, give me 5-10 minutes.
You know what was shocking for me is that like I had built a name for myself in the scene over many years, and so had Nathan, and Alex in a different circle as well. But what was surprising for me is that Zig had disappeared for like 2 years. He'd come back with the Rejects, and he was getting stopped more at shows than I was, and I was like, am I missing something? Am I? He's getting stopped like by everybody.
Yeah, it's because the legend just dropped off the face of the earth for 2 years and then just reappeared. It's like,
Right.
So
Reappeared,
I
yeah.
want to know. I want to know what happened.
So I was with. This was like back when I was a promoter. So I studied a diploma in music business, and then I did battle of bands for like the TAFE course I was doing. So that was just part of the assessment. And I met this guy, and he was like, "I want you to come work with me." I'm like, "No, I'm in TAFE. I'm busy." And then like a week later, he sent me another message, and a week later, until I went, "Fine, I'll do like one show." I booked one show for him in like this tiny little dive bar, and I got like 30 people in the room, and he's like, "That's like the biggest event we've had since I've started." I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool." And he's like, "I got to get you to do another night." So I did another night. There was 40 people walked up from like 3 bands. I don't know how I did it. And then the third gig I did with this dude was my high school band's like EP launch, and like this same little dive bar that was packed from like front to back, and we played every song, and then we still got called up for an encore, and then we were like, "We'll just play a song that we just played anyway." Like,
I did that
because
before.
we ran out of songs, we just played our main song, and it was insane.
mate,
And
that's
then,
some
like,
cred. That's
That's
yeah,
fucking big.
and I was just 18, so 17, 18 is when I was doing stuff like that. And then that went kind of sour in the end. Like the stress was getting to me, so I just dropped out of like the music scene completely. And then I went to Tomcats in like 2018, and I was just seeing my friend Brendan the Bard play. Shout out to Brendan.
Yep.
And playing with Brendan was the Stone Fox, and it was like the original lineup. Their second drummer had just left, so they brought their first drummer back for like one show. And I played with them back when I was like, I played with them for my very first 18 plus show, way back then. So we borrowed a lead from them too. We borrowed a lead from Billy, and I still have it somewhere. We never returned
You never get it back. That's not
we never
borrowing.
get it back.
Hey, that's not borrowing. That's stealing.
No, that's stealing.
You might give it
And
back
then,
one day. Shit.
Yeah, so the Stone Fox just kind of wrote me back in after like 2 years of not really even playing drums or not being in the music scene. Like I'd come see Ryan's band, and I'd come see Brendan the Bard all the time, and like a Lagerstein, I'd always see them, and that was really it. So if anyone wanted to see me, you'd have to come to those shows. But even then, I'm like hiding in the corner, or I'm to the side. I'd get my beer, and I'm always there alone, and I leave when no one notices me. And the Stone Fox, they picked me out of the crowd. They're like, "I've seen you. I know you. You're Zach." And then we came to it chatting, and they tried to get me for so long. And then I eventually was like, "You know what? Fine. I'll do one audition." Did the audition, and Brad's like, "You're it. You're in. You're staying. I'm done. I'm not having this conversation." Like, "Okay, Brad. Oh, whatever." And then 2 years later, I'm still with them. And then then Ryan hit me up. So now I'm juggling both of them.
Oh.
Yeah, and that is remarkable because sometimes, because he plays 2 sets in the same night, one with us and one with the other boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that crazy,
And look, Ziggy is not a half-ass drummer. If you ever see Ziggy live, he fucking gives it. As hard as I sing, as loud as I sing, Ziggy, Alex, and Nate give it just as hard, and that's what makes our stage presence so amazing. So for Zig to give everything to the Stone Fox, then jump on the stage with the Rejects and give everything, by the end of the night, the poor guy is like metaphorically on the ground, like trying to
He's gone.
Just having
Yeah.
out-of-body experience, just drummed his arms off. MCM.
What's happening? This
The
is how
hair.
much of a champion he
But
is.
you know, he doesn't go to the gym. He doesn't need.
Doesn't need to.
No, look. He's
Doesn't
so
need to.
No,
fit.
practice twice a week and then a gig
That's
That's it.
right.
most
Oh,
months.
I drum.
A drum.
Yeah, I
That's
drum.
it.
I don't jam, I drum.
That's it. But
Yeah.
MC says the hair, Alex, you need a wig to swish.
I know.
Yeah.
Just
We
grow
could
it
all
out,
head
bro.
back.
If I could,
We love if you
if I
you'll
could
see
grow
it
it
in our,
out,
in
I'd
our
grow it
music
out.
video.
Oh god.
We love to do the windmills, and Alex is the only one that doesn't have the hair to do it.
I know.
That's all right. You got them busy fingers to deal with. You can't
That's
be doing
right.
windmills. You can't be getting dizzy with them busy fingers.
We'll just get him a blonde wig so he can stand in front of a fan and just
No,
release
you know,
it in a
I-
Bon
I-
Jovi.
You know, I prefer a long Axl Rose like wig,
Yeah.
like red. Like...
Maybe get a hat. Just do
like
the
that.
top hat. Just do the top hat.
Oh
thing,
yeah,
you know?
too.
You know?
Straight smash it.
What
love
about
it.
you, Nate?
That
What
also-
kind of bands did you play in? Sorry, guys. Sorry, man. Just
No, that's right.
I guess the most notable one was I was playing bass in Levidius for many years,
oh wow.
and then eventually ended up doing vocals for that band, which was a bit of a fucking switch up.
Fair enough.
But was part of 2 albums with Levidius over I think 5 or so years.
How was that transition into doing this?
It was different. It's like I'm used to metal. Like, how do you know people are enjoying the music when they're not beating the shit out of each other?
See,
It's fucking weird.
that's how I like my metal. If it doesn't make me want to rip my teeth out, it's not heavy enough.
If you're not wanting to fucking throw down in the
Yeah,
fucking
just
supermarket, it's not fucking
Smash my
heavy
head
enough.
through walls, man. Just smash cans in my head. Oh, I love that shit.
You want to go off. But it was a really weird transition to kind of step back from doing like screaming after playing bass for so long. It was weird to go into screaming, but then to go back from screaming again to like a softer band after a couple of years. It was definitely a weird transition, but I found it like more fulfilling and more fun in a way, because it wasn't so like have to be serious, have to be fucking heavy. It was like you could just really let loose and feel the music and have fun, as well as really enjoy what you were writing and playing.
Because that's one thing that it is, man. Your guys' music is fucking fun. Like, I was cruising in my car with it, and just you end up doing that. What's that new thing they're calling it now? The casual speeding.
The casual.
Casual speeding.
I think that's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'm pretty casual about it too.
pretty close.
Especially when you got the rejects going, mate. It's rocking, man. It's so good. Can we watch the video?
It's funny you say that. I definitely want to watch that video. It's funny you say that because a lot of the time when I was writing in between my last band and this band, I was always thinking, what would be a really cool riff for like a car ad, like riding down the street in like a Dodge Viper, like what would be really cool? So a lot of those initial riffs, like Fading Colors, another song of ours, like Ghost of Paradise, I was thinking like, what would be dope riffs for like a cool car ad? So it's funny you say that because that's kind of exactly what I'm going for.
Because it is good,
Yeah.
good cruising
He
music,
basically
mate. It's
just
good cruising
rebranded
music.
Toyota.
And they're epic. There's fucking like running to battle.
Love it.
And the more like, you know what the thing is, I've had it going in my ears the whole time. I can hear it, and it's just not getting old. It's like,
Love that.
it's good. I don't
That's
know.
what we like to hear.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, how old are you guys? Like, because I'm 30, 35. I'm getting.
I'm older.
1/4 of a century.
I'm 43.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Man, you're good.
I'm not a boy.
That's I think Alex is Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Don't go near
I
my
mean,
wife.
we're
Stay away from my wife,
huh?
Alex.
I love it. Like, it's perfect.
He's a good looking
actually-
dude.
I'm 27.
Oh wow.
I'm 24.
And I'm still alive.
And what did you say
So
you
far.
were, Dave?
27 and still
1/4 of a
alive.
century, so 25.
Ah. Sorry. Didn't know that.
And
Not making the
babies.
math anyway. Oh mate.
Yeah.
And you know, mate, that's interesting. And how long were you? How long did you say you were chasing him for, Alex? How long were you chasing
Right.
Ryan for?
Oh, 1 year more or less.
Oh wow, Wow. What's your training as a guitarist? I have a feeling that you might be a bit.
I've been playing guitar for more than 30 years, like 33 years since I'm
bye.
since
We'll be back.
I'm back. Yeah, no, the battery is going.
Plug it in.
But my very first instrument was piano. I started when I was 6, and then I moved to guitar.
Interesting.
And yeah, I went to a couple of teachers, but basically I learned with Metallica.
Ah,
You know,
the
copying
fabled
solo,
ones.
yeah, the fun songs to play, because you know you need to play fun things to not get bored, because guitar is a really disencouraging instrument. You know, your fingers hurt, and you really need to like it, otherwise you'll give up.
You got to make it
That's
worth
why I became
playing.
the drummer.
That's why a lot of people don't last more than a year when they start.
Well, no,
Totally agree.
I agree. I didn't last more than a year. I got sick of my fingers bleeding and
Yeah,
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I grabbed my guitar
Yeah.
again when I went to my mum's house the other day. After hearing your
That's
guys'
it.
stuff, I was
Pick it
just like,
back up.
yeah, let's have a crack again. Let's just,
Well, on that note, real quick, a lot of the ways we approached our songwriting for this album is that, like, I've always lived by an old adage. You'll hear it through every band I've ever been in. Is that I truly believe, and I stand by this religiously. I really want to be the band that, like, when you play a riff from our band, or when you're learning how to play guitar, I want to make riffs that are simple enough but intricate enough that when you play them, they feel satisfying. Kind of like Enter Sandman. It's like one of those riffs that is a little bit tricky, but when you nail it, you feel like a good guitarist. And that's kind of what I've tried to do with this album. Well, I've tried to make songs where, as a guitarist, it's not going to be very difficult for you to learn. And I'm planning on doing playthrough videos as well. And they're very easy songs to play. Very easy.
That is so fucking weird that you just said that. Because I read a quote today from Ozzy Osbourne on Facebook. And it aligns exactly in what you just said. It went, I don't want to see a guitarist show me a riff that impresses Joe Satriani. I want to hear a riff that makes someone want to go out and learn how to play guitar.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
And what you
The
just said
motherfucking
there,
line.
like that just aligns with that quote from Ozzy Osbourne so well, because it is.
right.
It's like it's just they're good fucking riffs, and they sound like they'd be fun just to muck around and play along with the song. Like
That's
just
right. I mean, if you listen to the Fading Colors riff, just the opening riff, it sounds semi-difficult. I wouldn't say it sounds intricate in such a way where it's unplayable, but it sounds like that's going to take a little bit to learn. Honestly, one sit-down playthrough, a 10-minute playthrough video, I could have you playing that riff easy. It's a very easy riff. But what I try to do is I always try to write a complicated riff and then simplify that riff as much as possible. And that's what our album is exactly that. So I'm glad you said that, because that quote is, I live by that religiously.
You should do a playthrough video. That would be fantastic.
Definitely. Definitely.
All right, more chat. MC, it's genuine music from real genuine guys. I could not agree more. I absolutely could not agree more. Aaron Tweed, Toyota Camry with the paint fading.
Nice, Aaron.
Yeah,
It's no longer what a
You just
feeling,
put
it's
little
how does it
laughy
feel.
faces afterwards too. For 43, you're a huge burst of energy, Alex. Man, I saw him on stage. He's opinionated
Jumps are
babies. Yes, they are.
ridiculous.
Mate, you fit. You're good looking and you fit. Stay away from my wife.
I'm fit.
Stay away from my wife.
We all feel that way. No, but Alex is a little pocket rocket. Actually, in fact, when I first met Alex, immediately when I watched that video of him playing, I was like, "That's my Tom Morello. That is my Tom Morello right there. He's gonna do some shit that I'm unable to do on the guitar."
He's a freak, Tom Morello. All right, Tom Morello.
He's-
Big fan.
He's fucking
Yeah. So
mental.
Alex to me is just like the Rejects Tom Morello, and you'll hear it on this album. Alex whips out some really strange leads on this album that are so unique to our sound and to him that I can't wait for everybody to hear what he's capable of, because Fading Colors only really shows kind of like a bend and some sort of fast lick.
It's an easy solo.
Yeah, it's a very easy lick that he does. But on the album, we have a song called Odd Head, and we also have a song called Stronger. And those two songs, for me, have such unique guitar solos that I truly believe is going to shock everybody when they hear them.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, just adding on that, like in Stronger, in the choruses, I don't know what he does, but I love Alex's like lead guitar
lead
part.
under.
Which one?
Lead underneath.
In Stronger.
In Stronger, your chorus lead part, I love it. It's like, it is like it's not your Sweet Child of Mine, but it's like you're kind of doing that where it's like it's this weird thing just kind of sitting under everything, but it's awesome.
To
So
echo
when you
that,
hear it, I love it so much.
to echo that, just a cheers to Alex, because this entire record, I'm very against, if there's two guitarists in the band, the two guitarists should not be playing the same thing at the same time ever, really. Like maybe to enforce a part or whatever, but Alex really does like just listen to the song, take it in, and just add intricate auxiliary guitars that just I would not have thought of doing. And this album is brilliant because of the meat that these guys are put on the bone. So cheers to all of you, and especially Alex for just the amazing guitar work on this album, seriously.
It is
Thank you so much.
so awesome to
It's
see
a
the
pleasure.
amount of respect you guys hold for each other, and it's so good. It's so refreshing, so beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's watch this
We're all
video.
really good
We've been going
friends.
for an hour. It absolutely has not felt like an hour. So,
Wow.
but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. But I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to go for a leak and stuff like that.
That's okay.
If you'd like
That's
to.
good.
I don't need to. I haven't
I'm
broken.
good.
I'm pretty good so far.
Broken the seal.
But
we're
we
good.
get-
We're good.
Yeah, one more beer.
We got to.
All right, let's watch this video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to refill.
Yes. Go refill. Okay. Hopefully that. What's gonna happen? There it goes. And then we're going to talk about it. Let's see if I can put it on the bigger screen.
How many views are we at now currently with the video? Do we know?
At least 2. At least. Like,
Last I saw was like 540 or something.
Hey!
520 on YouTube.
There we go.
I fucking hate that our music is so catchy that we all jam it so much.
Yeah, dude.
Like, shamelessly.
Like one of my favorite things with the Fading music video day was watching just Ryan like air drum to the parts when like it's solo video of you, Nate, or solo video of Alex, and like Ryan just like love it.
So good. Get it louder. And
Honestly,
we're gonna
my
ask so
favourite
many
thing
questions
to do-
afterwards. It's just too
My
loud in my
favourite
head. I
thing
can't
to
hear
do-
you.
It was a full day recording.
There's only one way I can listen to it. It's loud.
Yeah. We'll wait until the end of the video.
Yeah.
Man, we're losers to loving our songs.
Just the bounce in that, just the bounce in the pre. Oh, it's so good. You use the double kicks in it. It's just tidy. You really fucked that guitar up, Bart. That poor guitar.
Oh,
It didn't deserve that. That poor guitar didn't. You shouldn't have donged that. He's just a boy.
Very naughty boy.
Where'd you guys record it?
Well,
Backpack Arts. In
we're
Brisbane.
actually playing a gig on the 2nd of December, I believe.
Yeah,
we're
2nd
actually
of
filming
December.
it
We're
there at the
playing
Backpack
Backpack.
Playing. So
I'm
yeah, we're
going
playing
to
it.
get
We're playing a
the-
show on the 2nd of December, actually, where we filmed the music video. Is that right? Am I right?
Yeah.
to say
Yeah,
that?
that's
That's exactly
correct.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and so just to touch on what you said about smashing that guitar, I around the time that Elena kind of which was my previous band, as that kind of came crashing down, and I went through a lot of personal issues as well, and me and my fiance split, and my fiance had gifted that guitar to me as a present.
Wow.
And it was kind of just a very ceremonious thing for me to kind of finally destroy that and get that thing out of my life after what she had sort of done in those times. So,
Fuck
I
that
don't
guitar,
really.
then. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't agree with ruining instruments. I've just kind of like never seen it as a tasteful thing. But part of me was like, fuck that adage. I need to get this thing. It's smashed, obliterate, like just to pieces. And honestly, the video kind of doesn't do it justice because I'd uploaded a other video, and that video, like, it really smashes to pieces. Like this thing was like in pieces when it was done. So
Yeah, and you know, that guitar is the one that you were using in the previous band.
that's right. You'll see that
It
purple
was
guitar that I smashed in that
a
video
whole
in my
culture.
other. That's right. I use it in my other music videos from my previous band, Elena. You'll see that video. So it was kind of like a way to say goodbye to my ex-fiance and also say goodbye to the guys in Elena as well. Finally saying that, like, yesterday was the first time that it had become full circle. Rejects and my new life was now where I'm sort of basing myself from here onwards. So that guitar was very ceremoniously broken in a way to kind of like just sort of a ritual of new beginnings, the Phoenix Rising kind of thing.
That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. I love that shit.
Just
I love
want to say I do have a souvenir.
Oh, you have it.
Oh,
Holy
I
shit,
didn't
he's still
know.
got it.
Oh my God, I didn't know you had that, Zig.
Oh,
why
I've
are
only got
you
two
guys
pieces,
learning
though.
so
I've only
much?
got two
Ziggy
pieces.
and I just,
Oh my God.
mangled it at
You
the
have
fucking
it.
garbage bin
And
at
he
the end of
pulled
the
it out
day.
here. That's mad.
No,
That's fucking cool.
Zig, no way you have that.
I didn't tell
no
Ryan, but
way
like,
you
yeah.
have that.
thank you for
That is
giving
so
it.
cool. You guys just put that. That is so
Wow.
cool, Zig. That is fucking
This
awesome.
was, yeah, a souvenir,
That is
and it
fucking
now
awesome,
lives
dude.
as the drum kit that I used
He has a
for the
museum.
music video.
He has a museum back there.
Like,
Honestly,
that's
Zig,
the drum
we're gonna have
head
a
for the
tailor-made.
bass guitar.
We're
Bass
gonna have a
drum.
tailor-made Rejects museum. All the stuff you see behind Zig at the moment, though, like you see the tailor-made Rejects logo. That's actually the snare that he used in
Yeah.
the music video. That's what we used for the music video, which
Keep
was
using
very
it.
cool.
Just use the same one. Little
he-
Easter egg.
Yeah, him and his family actually painted that on the snare drum. So and just a real quick shout out to Zig's family. Amazing family. They come out all the time. I always say to Zig's dad, like, my whole goal is just to make Zig's dad proud. That's all I want to do.
Oh.
He's the- you
He's
know,
always
because
there.
they come out
He's
to.
amazing.
He's always there. Zig's family has come to every show. Massive shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Zig and all the little Zig siblings, dude. You guys fucking rock.
It's
Yeah,
so
they
awesome
love
having
it.
supportive metalhead
Yeah.
parents.
They love it. Like,
Yeah, they
the
just love
day I,
coming to
the
shows.
day
My
I
mum and
joined
dad used to
Wally,
be
I
like,
was like,
my mum and dad used to be like that. They were cool. They used to come out and
Yeah,
watch my
they loved
shows.
it.
They were great. They're
and
awesome.
actually, something that like no one really could see in the music video, and this is on the Nate and I posted a photo of it after we filmed it. And this is what's written on the floor tom. If anyone could see it, it says, "How does it feel?" Spray painted on. So that was, I think it's in like a very split-second shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's so good.
And
you guys are really.
You know what? Just for the Beer Buddy audience, I think I have a bit of an announcement. It's a bit of an announcement. It's not like a huge deal, but it's a bit of a something, and it's currently in Zig's camera. If you look at Zig's camera, there's something that's a little bit out of place there, right? We see a little painting behind him. Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
What? This one?
That
I wasn't going to
painting.
say anything. No.
No, I'm gonna say it. I'm saying it. The beers have hit me, and I'm saying it. That painting behind Zig is a painting that his father had painted. That's something that that Zig's dad has actually painted. Zig's dad is an artist. And anybody that wants to see his art, I'm sure you can hit up Zig and he'll pass on the link for you. That art behind him is actually going to be our album cover.
No, that is so
Yeah.
cool. Every single person
So-
that's on here, there's a good handful. There's handfuls.
Everyone's freaking out. It's all in there for a reason, so
Mate, that's
little Easter egg.
awesome. That's a nice little
Yeah.
Easter egg. I like that. Cheers, boys. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. I love the artwork. That's so good. You guys are. I like how tonight you guys are still learning things about each other. It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's good to see that there's still a growth period that's going to be going on between you guys, and it's obviously going to show not just in this EP that you guys have got done, but the next. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out in the next lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
excuse me. What do you guys think will be the plan? It's up until April. Okay, so you said roughly around April you guys are going to bring out the EP. You guys reckon you guys are going to keep being busy?
Yeah.
What do you reckon? What are the goals for the next year?
I mean, Alex can probably touch on this a little bit more, and Zig can probably touch on this a little bit more. But we are booked out. We are almost at the point where we can't accept shows. We are booked out for the first half of next year. We have
Like up until July, we're done.
So, Alex, you can touch on that if you want.
Yeah, I can touch on those ones. We have four
Also, we can't
festivals.
say the name of
four
these
festivals
yet.
already booked. They are not announced yet. We cannot say the names yet, but we have 4 festivals already booked. We are working on the release show for Fading Colors.
Yeah, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah, we can talk about later. Yeah.
We've got
super easy in terms of that. In fact, we had offers for some other gigs, some other festivals, and we just had to say no because we just can't.
Yeah,
We're at the capacity.
It's weird, but
We're at the point right
It's
now where
sad.
we're actually having to tell people no, we can't play because we're literally like triple booked. Like, we can't do it.
That is exactly what you want. As an aspiring musician, that is literally what you guys aim for. That is fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank
being
you,
so
thank
busy.
you.
That is so
Yeah.
good. That is so good. That is so good
it's
to
crazy,
hear.
and the year hasn't even finished. Like, and we're already.
You hasn't
booked
even
for the
started.
first
You
half
haven't.
of
You don't
next
even
year.
like. You haven't even. You already booked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's overwhelming as it is exciting. It's
Like,
always
how much
something
is it
happening
gonna
every fucking week.
That's got to be. That's
Yeah,
good. That's you got to be proud of that. All right, we're gonna read some more. We're gonna read some more. Okay. Singing Day to the Babies. Rini said 555. I don't know what that is.
666.
I think she might have hit the wrong.
555,
Oh, maybe.
we're hitting a Slipknot reference.
Maybe. I'm just not there at the moment.
I'm very
God.
drunk. I've smashed a couple of these. I've had a couple of special cookies, so I'm feeling good.
Oh, wait. I'm not as sick as you drunk I am.
Well, look, you know, it's look, marijuana isn't drugs. Let's be serious. It's just
Let's be serious.
it's
Let's
a
be
plan.
serious.
I can teach my
We're baked,
3-year-old
not
how to
fried.
grow weed.
It's okay, guys.
I've
We're
had
like shakes.
too
We're
many.
baked, not fried.
That's it. Excuse me, I am not a stoner. You will address me as your Royal Highness.
I know for an absolute fact Nathan is going to steal that one for sure. I'm going to hear him saying that to other people now. I can tell you for a fact.
Love that shit. Your Royal
I'm going to
Highness.
be using that.
Man, take it. Just take it and rub with it.
So
Love
funny.
it. I stole
So,
it.
So yeah, like start of next year, first show we're doing 21st of January is going to be like our single launch or celebration of Fading Colors. We're taking like December off because it's Christmas, and let you all enjoy the single without having to like worry about a show coming up anytime soon. But yeah, 21st of January we're doing the Woolly Mammoth. We're still organizing bands, but it's locked in, it's confirmed. That's going to be the single launch, the celebration, and we're so excited to do this show for you guys.
We're actually
huge.
in works with Karen to get the show done.
Yeah,
so
shout
Karen
out
and
to
us have been in
MMK.
works to get the show done from MMK. So thank
Big
you, Karen,
shout
if you're
out,
watching
Karen.
still. Yeah.
Oh, she's a legend. She's helped me. Well, she's helped me out so much. I really can't appreciate her enough.
She's been
Point
in
me
the
in the
game
direction
for
of
a
so many
long
bands.
time, man. She's been in the game for a long time.
You can't buy that sort of
Yeah.
experience. You got to earn that shit.
No.
Yeah, and we are so sad because we had to say no to Shimna, the festival that she's organizing, but we have another gig really close to that one. We had to say no to that one, and
Yeah.
that's not good.
Mate, it's gonna happen.
We're really
It's gonna
Yeah.
happen. No, she's not gonna hold that against her. And she said she's here. She's here. Hello, Kaz. So good, mate.
Yeah.
This chat, I love it. I love it when it just goes. Love it.
Yeah.
And they just
That's
flow.
what we want. And anybody that follows the rejects, please do us the favor. Follow this honorary reject, Beer Buddy AU. Please hit that follow button for him. He deserves it.
Oh,
He's
thank
another
you.
creator just like us, man. So like make sure you guys show him the love too. If you love us, love him too. That's all we ask.
Man, I just can't get enough. I can't get enough of every since you dropped it. Yeah, I showed my old man, I showed a couple of guys at work, and they're digging
Love
it.
that.
They're all digging it, man. And they're
Yeah.
like, admittedly, they're the older blokes too, but they're always like, you listen to weird stuff. I'm like, listen to these guys. These guys are fresh. It's like
Yeah.
cream fresh.
Correct, baby.
Well, if we can talk about criticisms for a moment, like a lot of those messages I've received were very loving DMs, but I got a lot of criticism as well because I mean, as kind of like a higher pitched vocalist, it's not a lot of people's style, and I do understand that. I just want to sort of set a prerequisite that like Fading Colors is one part of a giant puzzle that the rejects are building, and we are really trying to develop a genre of our own. And that genre is not necessarily based in bringing two genres together, but that genre is based in being kind of like a playlist band where when you press shuffle on us, you're going to get a totally different song every time. You're going to get a completely different experience every time, but somehow, because of the way we sound in our production, it all meshes together. We have really intense, heavy fucking songs where Nathan's screaming, I'm singing, it's really intense. And we also have really high pop punk radio songs. And then we have kind of like our Foo Fighters sort of like area where we do our Fading Colors type of stuff. So the just bear with us as we get through our content because it's a lot of work to do. But yeah, we're on the road. We're taking the first steps. Fading Colors is that first step. So we appreciate everyone that's here with us now. And for the future, all the people that are going to watch this in 10 years from now as they go back through the catalog, cheers to you guys too.
Yeah, cheers.
Mate, I can't. I'm really looking forward to strapping in and watching this ride.
It's going to be amazing.
However, I have one big question because the absolute genres that I can pick you guys for. So I knew, I could tell straight away, Alex, you're a massive, obviously Metallica fan. You like those nice, chunky riffs, and the real solid licks. And I don't know if what direction would you guys say that? Because when I listen to you guys and I listen to that for the track that you guys had up on YouTube with the video, it's like you guys see, Ryan, you remind me of you know Chris Stapleton.
Of course I know Chris Stapleton. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You got that sort of vibe going. Do you know what I mean? It's the rocky. It's. I describe Metallica as heavy country.
Right, okay.
I don't know if that's going to piss people off. See you guys cracking up like that. But there are certain Metallica songs that you could just rip the distortion off, throw it on an acoustic guitar, and it could go very, very, very. You could throw that nice little country twang on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
when I start talking about Chris Stapleton, it's more less of his country stuff, and more when he throws in that rocky sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You've got that
Yeah.
real powerful voice that it sits at its own instrument. So
I appreciate that.
inevitably, you guys actually sound like a 5-piece. Because when you play guitar, you actually it's not just there as a filler. Like you're actually doing something significant alongside with Alex, and it sits really well with your voice on there. And do you find that really hard to maintain that sort of level on stage all the time, or has it just been like a practice thing? You've always been good at it.
All right, here's the most transparent answer to that question. Playing guitar and singing, no matter what level you're on, is difficult. It is concentration. It is you are 100%. You need to be consciously present while playing guitar and singing. It is one of the most difficult jobs to do. And as I was saying before, playing the guitar for some of our songs can be perceived as quite easy. Some of the riffs can be quite easy. Where the challenge comes in for people that want to step it up a bit, if they want to learn reject songs, is learning how to sing and play the riffs that I play underneath the singing. Sometimes it is so difficult, and so, because I'm really inspired by a guy called Lexi Leho. And Lexi Leho, he was one of the guitarists. He's a guitarist and lead man from Children of Bodom. And although he plays vastly different music, the thing that inspires me from him is that he was able to maintain these really intricate riffs and also provide melody over the top. And I was always like, how the hell is he able to do that? But vocally, I was more inspired by people like Miles Kennedy. So I had this challenge before me where I was going to write intricate riffs and sing melodies over the top, make that the difficult process, but I had to do two different genres and sort of smash them together. So ultimately, I guess the short answer is that you need to be consciously present at all times while also trying to entertain people, and that takes a lot of time. If you're a young creator and you're out there trying to be a band and you're having some shoddy gigs, you're bombing a little bit, people aren't enjoying it, we've all been there. I have been there hundreds of times. I've bombed hundreds of times. Only just recently has the Rejects gone from a good band to a great band. It takes time. Give yourself a chance. Let yourself grow as a musician. And really believe in yourself. Number one is you have to believe in yourself, because you are 100% in this alone. You know, unless you're as blessed as I am to have 3 other people behind you or 4 other people behind you that 100% believe in you as much as you do. And that's the one thing I'm lucky for. So yeah, to answer your question, it takes pure concentration to sing and play guitar at all times.
Right.
Especially at the level that you're at.
It takes stage. It takes stage and experience, because even though you practice a lot, you know, sometimes people can get too nervous that they can just not perform.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it takes stage, you know.
And then they got to drink like I did, and then you drink and sound shit.
And if I can give a tip out to any other band that's watching or any other musicians that like are playing, one important thing to do as a band when you rehearse is not only rehearse your songs, but rehearse contingencies for things that might happen. So a lot of the times in the jam room, Alex's lead might not work and he has to change a lead, or all of a sudden for some reason I'm blanking on a part and I'm not playing the correct part. The important thing to do as a band is build a contingency so that when you're on stage and those things happen, all the rest of the guys are already in tune. They already know that, okay, one member is suffering. They're going to work that out. Let's just work through this as the 3 of us while that one member is working that out. And that's why our stage performances seem so like they just flow, because when we see that happening, we just keep working. And that's the most important thing. A lot of the times when I see bands, they'll just stop. And I hate that. Never break the immersion with the audience. The immersion and the experience with the audiences is so important to capture them in that moment. So work on your contingencies is my advice for sure.
Well, two things that in saying that too. It humanizes you when you have those little stuff ups.
Definitely.
Because it's like, you know, these things happen to everybody, and like to think that it actually that doesn't happen is just fucking bullshit. And
happens to everybody.
they're great stories. They make for a great story. Like if anything, they always do. They always do. Because Alex, man, you look like you have so much fun. Just in those 2 videos, like the one, especially the one from the live show, you look like you have the absolute fucking ball on stage.
Always.
Yeah?
Always.
Good.
I love it. You know, it's just, it feels so, at least for me, it feels so natural. I don't feel nervous at all, ever. I don't feel the adrenaline. I feel just like I have to do some work and enjoy, and it's just no, I love it.
You're a
From
professional,
from
my friend.
from the first minute, I
Yeah.
don't know. I just
See, I always went in.
love
I always went into it like this. I always used to get nervous when I used to go on stage, and I always used to think that the second I don't get nervous is the second I don't love it anymore. As a singer, the second I don't get like those butterflies
look,
before
can
I
I
go
just-
on stage, or the second.
Can
But
I
for you,
interject
it
for a
sounds
moment?
like it's a very you're very you focused. You're in the moment. You're there, and you know what you're there for.
Well,
In my
And you're not
case-
second guessing yourself. I always used to walk into it second guessing myself. Whereas
in my case,
you're on point, you're on mission. I'm there. I'm playing that guitar and I'm fucking licking the shit out of that.
Yeah.
you know, in my case, it's like that because I rely a lot on my practice, and you know, if you over practice and go with the flow is my thing. Oh,
Well,
like
if
it.
I can, if
Muscle
I can just
memory.
interject
And
for
then
a
you can just have
moment,
fun.
I actually relate a lot with you when you say that you kind of get nervous before a show, and when you just said that when you're not nervous anymore, you don't love it anymore. I live by that religiously, man. That's something crazy that you just said that like I totally click with you on, because I've always said I actually have. Here's an interesting thing for our viewers and people that are interested in our band is I actually have like very crippling stage anxiety. I struggle so much with being nervous before a show. I have to meditate for like half an hour before I do a show and I know it sounds semi-pretentious, but if I don't warm up and I don't meditate, I will get up there and I will bomb every time. It is such a nerve-wracking experience to get up there and show people things that you've created and just hope they like it. Because that's what you can expect from people these days. So when Alex says that he just gets on and is professional, it's because I have this amazing team around me that I don't get as nervous anymore. But I definitely, every time we get on stage, I definitely feel a rack of nerves. And it's always about 20 seconds into the first song that I'm like, we got this. This is our show. We got this. So
I'm 100% same.
I click with you on that. If you're not nervous, you definitely don't love it anymore. And that is 100% true.
I love it.
I'm the
Mate.
same. Like 20 seconds into the first song, nerves are gone, adrenaline kicks in. All right,
That's
so
right.
let's perform, and then it's 100%.
I'm-
From there.
Rock stars take
Man, I'm
over.
not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I like sit here and do this. I'm a shaking leaf for the first 5 minutes of every stream until I get
Yeah.
the flow going and stuff like that. Because it's the first, like realistically, it's the first time I'm meeting these people a lot of the time,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you have no idea how we're gonna click. We have no, and this has gone an hour and 40 minutes, which is awesome. It has not felt like that. It's just been free flowing. It's been beautiful. It's been organic
Yeah.
and it's been fantastic. And we're gonna read
I
some
love that.
more. Where are we?
Oh, do we got?
MMK said it's called being unique, and we need more of that. And I could not agree more.
Thank you.
I could not agree
Thank
more.
you.
Mate, Rini
you,
said
guys.
could not. Oh, yeah, mate, Rini could not agree with MMK more either. Oh, Tinker and Timmy, my boy. What's up, Timmy? Timmy's the guy I used to play in the band with. He was my bass player.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Timmy.
Best buddies. I love
I
you.
see, actually, before we go into that, I see that he just mentioned a band called Error. I recently discovered
Oh my
that
God.
band, and they are fucking brilliant. So, Timmy,
They are
total shout out to you. That band is fucking incredible.
Man,
Amazing
Timmy, my boy.
band.
I love that guy. Love that guy. He's my brother. Love you, Tim.
Amazing
Oh.
band.
Just out of curiosity, Alex, as a guitarist, have you ever heard of Polyphia?
Oh my
Who?
god.
Who?
Oh,
Have you ever
You
heard
need
of
to
a
listen
band
to
called
Polyphia.
Polyphia?
Alex, I have a few things to link you to that'll blow your fucking
Bro,
mind.
that will change
Tim
your life
Henson
as a
is something
guitarist, man. I
fucking
shit you
else.
not. This guy's like a 19-year-old, like he's 25 or 26 now, but when he brought out most of his stuff,
Oh yes,
Dude,
yes.
Tim
It's
Henson
the-
is fucking
it's the
phenomenal.
guy-
He was
Yeah.
he was
it's
taught by
the guy
Tosin
that
Abasi.
plays-
Like, oh my god.
Yes, it's so
Mm.
crazy. It's so unique. It sounds so original.
yeah,
Nobody does.
when I heard it, I'm like, is his guitar broken? But it turns out it wasn't. It just sounded fucking amazing.
Touch on that, Beer Buddy, my man, have you ever heard of the feature with Clay Gover and fucking Tim Henson on a band called Unprocessed song Real? It's basically like almost an electronic twist meets polyphia slap fuckery, it'll blow your mind.
All right, we're going to have a chat after the stream. We're only going to go another 5 minutes, and then we're going to call it, and then we're going to have a little chat after the stream where we can
No worries.
get up
Yeah.
to some. We'll get up to some mischief afterwards too. That we can't do on the internet
Yeah, we
because
will.
I get in trouble.
Yeah.
Leave that one for next time. We'll do it. But man,
We'll do an R-rated stream.
what's
I'm just gonna reiterate very quickly that anybody watching, if you're new, if you're just jumping in now, please follow Beer Buddy AU. If you love us, love him too. Please follow him right now, or I'll beat the shit out of you. Do it.
You don't need to do that. Just, I don't care if they ban. Honestly, like I love the follows and stuff like that, but I actually have more fun talking to bands because I miss doing the band stuff now, and this is about the closest I get now. And it's so interesting hearing the stories that come out and how bands got together and stuff like that, especially considering the extensive career that all you guys have had in the local scene and the credibility that you guys have backing behind you. Quite clearly, you guys aren't. Quite clearly, this is not your first fucking rodeo, and that shows you don't start off as a new band and then write something like this and bring this out as your first single. This is something special.
Yeah.
This is something very fucking big. I can see nothing but big things in your lot's future, and it's been a pleasure talking to you and actually getting to meet you guys. Because this is going to be. I think the next year for you guys, with what you guys are going to bring out, is going to be very fucking... And everyone watch very fucking closely to these lot, because homies ain't playing. Like, they ain't fucking playing.
We ain't.
Yeah.
Before we go, I want to hear off each of you, what's the motto for life? What's your motto to get through every fucking day with a bang, mate? That's how we're going to end this one, off each of yous.
All right.
Ryan, start off, mate. Tell me how you get through. What is the one that gets? What is the big up yourself one?
Look, my motto is the same as the Rejects, as the same as everything. I keep my integrity 100%. The character I am here is the character I am in every setting possible. It is, no matter how many times you fall down today, failing is an important part of the process. Every argument you have, every wall you hit, the motto is, no matter how many times you fail, keep going. Because the only time you actually fail is when you give up. That's the motto I live by.
Man,
If you can't join them, beat them.
that's it.
It's kind of our band's motto, so
Beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, for me, it's go hard or go home.
Love it. I love it. And mate,
If
that
you're already
quite
home,
clearly
go
goes for
harder.
your
Always.
guitarist. I can tell that by your guitaring. Mate, that's it. Live fast, die hard, mate. That's it. Fuck, go hard or go home. Zig.
Nathan?
Oh, Nath. We'll go Nath.
Nate's next.
All right. Look, like Lynyrd Skynyrd, I'm a fucking simple man, all right? As long as the Lego always clicks together, life's good. Shit can always be fucking harder. You know, it's as long as you got food, you got a fucking roof over your head, got clothes on your back, life's good. As long as Lego always clicks
Cheers for
together,
that.
you got
Now
this
look,
shit, man.
as a band, look, I'm gonna say it right now. We're gonna be the first band to play in space. We're gonna be the first band to play in space.
Yes, 100%.
That's it. The TAILOR Made Rejects.
Send
We're
that
playing the
shit to
moon next
aliens.
week.
Send that shit to the aliens,
We're gonna-
man.
We're fucking playing the moon next
Yes.
week. We're doing it.
Next week, fuck, I gotta book my flight.
Zig.
Oh,
Don't worry,
Yeah,
mate.
not
Just,
enough work.
you know what? I'll send the podcast to Elon, and if you don't like the music, he'll send you.
We get sponsored by Tesco,
We'll
can't
tag Elon. Zig, come on, man. What do you got?
we? For me, take every day as a new day. Don't look at the back. Don't look at past. Don't look at my 2 years when I disappeared. Look at the 2 years ahead of me. It's kind of the way I think of it. Every day is something new. You can go to work to a dead-end job, but like, I don't know, you have practice after that, and it's fantastic. That's my day.
Cheers to that.
What's the
Take
next
each day
day?
as it comes.
Yeah.
Take each day.
Yeah,
Love
take
it.
each day as it comes.
Mate, you guys are humble. You guys are awesome people. I wish you guys nothing but the best for your lot's future. Say goodbye to the stream. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Nice.
Here you go.
Great chat, guys. mate, been a pleasure watching. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us, boys.
No, thank you for having us.
Mate,
Thank you very much.
you'll be seeing them
Rock and roll,
again
baby.
real soon. When the EP comes out and when the next single comes out, I'm just going to have them on all the time. It's going to be great. I'm going to drink Peroni.
Let's try it. We'll be
I'll
here
get them
every
drinking
time.
other stuff though. I'll sort them out. All right, guys. Those, man, they just don't got no taste. It's just like drinking water. I'm fucking sitting here looking at the 8 that are behind me and I'm just like, this is fucked. I'm going to snore my tits off and my wife's going to have the shits.
Oh,
Nice.
mate, I'm drinking leftover fucking Milton mangoes and fucking wild turkey.
Forex.
This was fucking rough, mate. This goes against everything I believe in. But
Oh,
the show's
can't do
called
it.
Beer, buddy, so.
Love you guys a lot. Thank you for watching. Thanks. A shout out to Rainy, Shell, MC. Thank you guys for watching. And Timmy, Karen as well. Thank you guys. Aaron, appreciate you guys. Both Aarons, actually. Appreciate you guys a lot.
Mate, everyone in the chat, you made the night. It was so good. These guys put in all the work and all I get to do is sit around, talk shit and drink beer. So we'll catch you next time. Have a great one, guys. Take it easy. We'll see you then.
Yeah.
Thank
Love
you.
you all. Thank you.